What's going on, camera friends? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, thanks for stopping by. I am currently at Fort Lauderdale United, and I am shooting the women's professional soccer team right now. I want to give a special thanks to everyone at Fort Lauderdale United, especially the media team, for giving my credentials, giving me the opportunity to be here and shoot the game and make this video for you. How's this lighting? You guys dig it? I think it's pretty cool. All right, the gear that I'm using, we got the S1ii right here, Sigma 150 to 600 right there, the Atomos Ninja 5 Plus, recording all the monitor stuff so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Let's see what we got. Future me here. Hello, hope everyone's doing tip-top. The POV clips that you're going to see throughout the remainder of this video were shot on the Insta360 Go Ultra. I've got some thoughts on that little camera, and there will be a video coming out very soon. So if you'd like to catch that, toss me a sub. Thanks. If you've seen my videos before, you kind of know how I do things. I like to start with the stuff that bum me out first, and then end with the stuff that puts a smile on my face. Because it's always good to end on a high note. Who wants to leave a video all sad? All right, first bummer was the HDMI lag while using the Atomos Ninja 5. I actually brought this up in the Shooting Sports with the S9 video. Go check that out after you're done with this video. I'll put all the links and spots where links go. You know where those are. To be clear, the lag isn't specific to the camera itself. It seems to be a Lumix thing. If I was just shooting the game normally, this wouldn't even have mattered. I wouldn't have even brought this up. But hopefully this helps someone somewhere. For what it's worth, the S9 did seem to lag a little bit more than the S1 Mark II. In the comments section of the S9 Sports video, someone did mention that the S9 was lagging because it was in photo mode, which doesn't really check out because there isn't a dedicated photo mode. There's not a dedicated video mode for that matter either. But I can confirm that the S1 Mark II does lag in both photo and video modes. I made these two adjustments to try to fix it, or at least alleviate it a bit while I was shooting. First, I turned off constant preview. That actually did improve it just a tiny bit. I wish I can explain why. I wish I had the engineering brain to even remotely explain why that happened, but just me, just guessing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Second thing I did was turn off auto review. In case you're not familiar with that setting, it shows you the picture that you just took on your EVF or your LCD. Constant preview basically shows a live feed of your exposure settings in action. Both these settings, super helpful, except when they're lagging your monitor. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm describing these things the way I understand them, not the way they'd be described in a manual, so don't kill me in the comments. On to the next bummer. This one is camera specific, autofocus. I've been shooting with Sony cameras for about 8 years, and that's my baseline. On top of that, I had just shot the Fort Lauderdale United season opener with the A7R5 about a week prior. So yeah, that's the competition. Compared to the A7R5, the S1 Mark II did struggle a bit, especially when in burst mode and in some instances with subject detection where the subject was clearly in the middle of the frame and the autofocus was just really struggling to find the subject. I'll show you some examples right here. All right, let's hop into Lightroom so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. This first image, these two ladies are definitely not in focus at all. Our two players in the back, definitely in focus. This is one example of the autofocus recognition box is definitely in the center of the frame and it did not grab focus. Next shot up is a goal that I missed because it wouldn't focus at all. There was a few instances where zoomed in, it was tough to lock on, but this shot especially, I mean, I don't even know what this camera's even looking at this point. And directly after this goal was this shot where it is as clean as it could possibly be. Now here's a group of shots in burst mode. The focus seems to be landing more on this player here and the referee, not in the center of the frame again. All right, just jumping in real quick. I can hear what you're thinking, what you're saying, that the player in the middle of the frame, her face is turned away from the camera, and autofocus works on faces, but I actually had it on face and body, and the autofocus bracket box is directly in the center of the frame. That's where that player is. The other players, even though their faces are facing towards the camera, are not in the center of the frame. And one would assume when you're telling the camera, focus on this one location, that it would have priority on the face or body in that location. All right, carry on. Not the greatest example, but every shot was struggling. The focus was kind of just jumping back and forth from person to person, and the center frame never really found the target. So, I don't know. Was it a train wreck? Absolutely not. The S1 Mark II was nailing focus about 80% of the time. But when you're used to using Sony's near perfect autofocus system, 80% does feel like a slight step down. Now let's talk about the stuff that just makes me happy. Number one, just doing the thing. The experience and the fortune of just being able to get a media pass. Bringing all your camera gear to a game and shooting is just fun. I feel like sometimes we miss those things in these videos, that what we're doing is just fun to do. We're enjoying ourselves. No matter what you're shooting, no matter what gear it is, enjoy the moment and get lost in it. Now, back to the camera. Number two, okay. That's so stupid. My expectations on how both of these cameras were going to perform in this situation was low. These cameras were not built for this exact situation. Maybe the S1 Mark II a little bit more than the S9, but let's be real. They're not designed for this. S9, more of a travel camera, everyday pocket camera. S1 Mark II, more video features. Yes, hybrid, but definitely more video features in this one. So I can say that I was pleasantly surprised with how both of them performed. Recording the EVF definitely threw a wrench in the works for both of these cameras. I believe now, kind of looking back in hindsight, if I was just out there shooting without a monitor attached and I wasn't getting into lag and I wasn't having to change any settings, it was just me in the moment, I probably would have had a better experience with both cameras. I was way too focused on capturing the functions of the cameras on video and not focused enough on just making cool photos. I think I might have YouTubed myself here. Yeah, I'm making that a term, YouTubed. Don't worry, I'll come up with a proper definition, but you already know what I'm talking about. YouTubed myself. Number three, the hybrid zoom. This is a great function on all the newer Lumix cameras. And let me know in the comments. I know that Sony has the crop zoom and the clear image zoom. Does any other company have what Lumix has with this hybrid zoom? The way Lumix blends the physical experience of zooming a lens with the digital crop of the camera, it's just, I don't know, man, it's just cool. If you haven't experienced the hybrid zoom with a Lumix camera, it's just different. It feels different, and I like it. There's obviously a ton of other great features of the S1 Mark II, but this is specifically about this experience on the photo side. The stabilization on Lumix cameras is phenomenal, but I was on a tripod, so that really didn't come into play. Near the end of the game, I grabbed some video footage that you're probably watching right now, and I thought it looked really good. Great example for rolling shutter as well. A few times I was really whipping back and forth, and you can see that the rolling shutter performance, or actually the speed of the sensor, is pretty darn good. A big step up from the S5 II and the S5 IIX. The focus is really jumpy and I was changing the focus settings a ton. I think operator error might have a lot to do with it. Once I unplugged the HDMI, it got way easier, and unfortunately I only did that in the last like 10 minutes, so that kind of sucked. But I think I got some pretty decent pictures. Obviously go home, review everything, and then give you the whole rundown. And thanks to my son and my wife for coming. Hello. To the game, these guys right here. And then that security guy back there, he's a cool dude, this guy right there. So yeah. Now to answer the question, would I use or recommend the S1 Mark II for sports photography? It's a big old yes. I really want to go to the next match and just shoot instead of focusing so much on how it's working rather than enjoying the way that it does work. And if you'd like to know, I'll gladly share that experience with you guys or the results that I get. Let me know in the comments. I really hope this video was helpful. And if not, I hope it was enjoyable in some kind of a way. Let me know where you thought I was right, where you agree with me, or where you thought I was embarrassingly wrong. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you made it this far, definitely subscribe. And if you'd like to see how the S9 performed in the sports situation, click on that video right there. Where is it? Is it going to be over here? Will it be over there? I had to look at the monitor. It's in one of these locations. It's over here somewhere. So click on that video, go check that out, and we'll see you guys in the next one.